Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is TK with StarCraftTournament.com bringing you yet another game. Two quick announcements that I want to make before I get this cast underway. One is that we have a tournament tomorrow, Saturday, January the 8th, starting at 1 p.m. If you'd like to join or if you want some more information, there is a Facebook link down below in the description that you can click to and get into contact with us. The second announcement is that I will be live casting the tournament tomorrow. Not all of the games, but the games that I think will be very, very good. And I will be co-casting that with my friend Mystical, and it will be up on Ustream for those of you who don't want to play but still want to watch some of the games. So it's going to be the first time we'll be doing that. Very, very excited to see how that goes. So without further ado, I'll get the game underway. I'm sure you are very, very bored of hearing me talk. We have the Blue Zerg HaRyChEs, or HaRyChEs as some people like to call him. I'm not saying that he's a cheese player, but that's kind of what his name looks like. But HaRyChEs spawning at the 12 o'clock position as the Blue Zerg. And we have the Teal Terran, Mr.Glorious, spawning as the Teal Terran, I think I already said that, at the 3 o'clock position of Metalopolis. Very close spawn, very short air distance. Might see some abuse from the Terran because of that short air distance in between. As we see the Scouting Overlord coming in, we saw that extractor trick to get that extra drone out, and HaRyChEs will see that Mr. Glorious is at the 3 o'clock position. Oh, turns away his Overlord. I think just in time too, as he went right here. Let's see what the Fog of War is for the Terran player right here. That Terran might have, Mr. Glorious might have been able to see that Overlord. I do not know, but I think HaRyChEs pulled off a pretty nifty move there. For those of you who don't know, the Overlord has a wider sight range than the buildings, so it's able to spot buildings from further away, so it can spot this command center without the command center spotting it, giving HaRyChEs a good scouting information without revealing himself position in the 12 o'clock position. It seems small, but it's these small things that kind of separates the diamond or the platinum players from the diamond players. So very heads up play from HaRyChEs. We see the scouting SCV from Glorious going to the 12 o'clock position first. A little weird. He might have spotted that Overlord, because usually I see players scouting in a clockwise fashion on Metalopolis. So that SCV going straight for that spawning pool. Maybe, oh, putting down a bunker at the bottom. No. Okay, so that SCV tricking me and going back into the base to get some more scouting information. That drone probably going to throw down a hatchery, but that SCV right behind its tail and puts down a supply depot right at the expansion so that it prevents HaRyChEs from making a hatchery down below. And halts production. SCV 10 hit points. That drone almost sniped that off. HaRyChEs very impressed with the control of that SCV, and that drone wants to kill that SCV so he can go back to the mineral line and tell his drone friends that he killed the enemy, but not going to happen as the speed is the exact same. Going up into the base, and oh, he gotta pull back, pull back. No, that drone, poor drone, all he wanted was a taste of SCV blood, and he is killed. Very sad. We see a lot of Zerglings coming out, and a Mengsk statue. A lot of Zerglings coming out, so HaRyChEs opting not to do the expansion, but rather going for mass Zerglings. Sorry, let me bring up that production tab for you. Metabolic boost almost finished, and we see a Baneling nest as well as 4 Zerglings coming up. So we're going to see the Baneling bust. Very, very common in ZVT games, as Terran does wall off at the top of the ramp thinking that they're secure, but Baneling's coming and bust it. But Mr. Glorious, probably knowing about that, puts up 3 beefy structures at the top of his ramp. Usually what we see is a barrack and 2 supply depots walling it off so that no units can get in. And I mean, it does create a good wall so that Zerglings can't get in, but the supply depots are very, very vulnerable to Baneling busts. Baneling bust meaning banelings that run in and suicide onto the buildings. They do 80 damage each, so I believe 5 banelings can take out a supply depot, as opposed to probably about 13. I believe it's 13 banelings to bust through a barrack. So this is a lot beefier wall. HaRyChEs will need to make a lot more banelings to bust through that wall than he would if this was a barrack and 2 supply depots. So very good job from Mr.Glorious putting up that fatty wall, making a starport and a Hellion and 2 Marines, just kind of doing a little bit of defense right here. Just not in any amount of pressure as he lifts off, and he's going to push out, kills that one Zergling. Oh, the Zergling's coming. HaRyChEs' Zergling's coming from the other side. Just runs through. Oh, does not lower the building in time, the factory in time. And the Zerglings get in, start harassing the SCVs. Wow, there's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SCVs going down. The Zerglings flanking, getting a good surround on the army. Oh my god. There's a lot of SCVs, a lot of Marines, a lot of Hellions, and the drones, the Zerglings do go down, but there was a lot of units lost right there. Let's look at the units lost tab. For HaRyChEs, only 900 and 1,054 Mr.Glorious, so definitely coming out ahead there for Mr.Glorious. Mr.Glorious go... what? Apparently, HaRyChEs does not like Manx, as he suicided 2 of his banelings onto the Manx statue. I'm sure that was just a misclick, but that was pretty funny to see, as we see a lot more Zerglings being produced and being queued up as suspected. Let's look at the units. There's only 12 drones, so 12 I guess is a magic number that you need to produce a buttload of Zerglings and banelings. I'm sure this is very well practiced by HaRyChEs. As we see a lot more banelings being produced, there are 3 on the field, 6 more being produced, so that's 9 banelings, not enough to bust through this. As we see a medevac on the field and a medevac being produced, there are 2 medevacs, maybe see a drop, as he knows, Glorious knows that there are a bunch of banelings and Zerglings right outside his base. So yes, we do see the medevacs being loaded up, and taken to HaRyChEs' base. HaRyChEs has nothing to deal with this, just 1 lonely queen and 12. Remember, 12 drones. That is not enough to do anything, but there is a bunch of banelings being produced. There's 11 on top of that 9, 20 banelings altogether as the drop happens, and there are just so many Marines and Hellions just going to town on HaRyChEs' base. The Zerglings are the drones being killed. There's that 1 drone being left behind and focusing down that spawning pool. The Zerglings indecisive, darting back and forth, but probably going to decide to all in right here, as this is his only chance. There's a lot of banelings. Oh my god, look at all the banelings. Oh, blows up that wall. Those SCVs desperately trying to repair that last bunker or barrack, but not being able to do that. The Zerglings do dart in, and HaRyChEs calls GG, as he knows that there's too many SCVs, and the reinforcing Marines and Hellions will be able to take good care of those Zerglings. So HaRyChEs calls the GG and leaves the game. Very interesting game, as that 1 factory liftoff. Oh, that could have been devastating for Mr.Glorious. And those two suicidal, 2 very zealous banelings took out that main structure. That could have been a little bit of a game changer, but in either case, it is a very interesting game. If you like this cast, subscribe, leave a comment down below, thumbs me up. If you didn't like the cast, tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what you didn't like about the cast. And if you want to troll, go for it. I actually enjoy reading some of the comments. So with that being said, this is TK signing out.